Hey everyone, it's Tony George, Doc Sports Monday Update, NBA free play. We got a big play in the NBA tonight, our totals play of the month. We'll tell you about that in a minute, what's going on over at the website. Lots of March Madness stuff over there. The brackets are ready. You know, all that. Here's one bracket, and more importantly, here's the NIT bracket. Love me some NIT. Going to be a good NIT tournament. Some teams turned down their NIT invites. Ole Miss, St. John's, a couple others that would have been in the mix and bid number one or number two seeds. Passing for recruiting and nil players and trying to pick up guys in the transfer portals right now. So college basketball, the landscape has changed. I did a initial reaction opening type line report yesterday live on Twitter and Facebook, and a couple of early leans for Thursday and Friday action, and a couple of complaining things, some white noise about some teams that were left out that are now in the NIT. We discussed some betting angles in the NIT as well on that. Just go to my Twitter page. It's about 20 minutes long. My Twitter is at tgeorgesports. It's on my profile page. Even though I did it live, it's archived there. And if you're not a Twitter X person, Facebook, just type in Tony George Sports. I got a group page over there. And that podcast is there. Tomorrow, a live podcast on StreamYard, not on YouTube, but a live one that will be archived as well with Tim Fines, my small conference guru, talking about some of these lesser known teams that he knows very well that are both in the NCAA and the NIT tournament. There may be some opportunities there. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. That'll be at 1 o'clock Eastern, live and then archived, again, at tgeorgesports on Twitter. Facebook, just type in Tony George Sports. And then on Wednesday, Griff Murphy and I will do a March Madness Hoops Happy Hour right here on this YouTube channel, breaking down some of these games and some insane lines right now, actually, in the tournament. I've already started going a deep dive, so I'm going to do today and tomorrow, getting ready to go for March Madness. Just a hit and miss. We got a 5-3 weekend. You know, just so. We had good days, we had bad days. There was no in between. You know, good days with the top play hitting, bad days with the top play losing. And that's part of the, 20 or 21 number one seeds didn't win their conference tournament. Welcome to March Madness. It's going to be just as insane starting tomorrow with NIT games and play-in games. Starting tomorrow. So we'll have at least a triple header for you on Tuesday. And Wednesday, same thing. And then Thursday and Friday, let's see how it shakes out, how the lines move. So if you just look at it as a typical Thursday or Friday and games being played, and you got to find three good ones and maybe a top play out of the bunch, and approach it that way. You handicap tournament games a little bit different, but at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. They've all been good in terms of season-long stats versus last 5 game stats, and kind of how they did on a neutral floor versus season-long conference action. So you got to kind of come up with a blend between the two of them to see where a team is at. And doing this 32 years, algorithms, sabermetrics, data analysis, that's all fine and dandy, but it's also the eye test. And some things that hold value when it comes to handicapping March Madness. And we'll talk about those on these podcasts. All right, that's just a preview. Let's get to your free play. Golden State at home tonight, laying 5.5 against New York, the Knicks. Now, Anunbi is going to play. They say he's probable. I'd say it's 50-50. I don't know. They got a game. I think they're playing Denver in a couple of days. They may save him for that. And we got Curry back at Golden State. They're avenging some losses in his absence. They're a different team without him, obviously. It's be like the Bulls without Michael Jordan. You know, Lakers or Cavs or Heat back in his prime if LeBron James is out. I mean, just he's a catalyst for their offense. Unfortunately for New York, they don't have a catalyst for their offense right now. Randall's still out. Some key contributing role players aren't healthy. And you have Golden State at 100% here. At home, I'm going to lay the 5.5 with Golden State here. This was going to be a premium play. However, I had a totals play for 7 units tonight I liked a lot better. And anybody who follows me or knows anything about the NBA, I rarely put out double-header cards. Same thing in the NHL. I put out single-ized best bets. Don't put out picks every day. We've won our last 3 cards in the NBA. And so I'm just very picky about it. So I didn't want a doubleheader, but I like them in this. New York's offense is in the tank. Their last 5 games, offensive average is 96 points per game. That and $8 won't get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Conversely, Golden State's last 5 games, 118 points a game. Now, New York has probably one of the better defenses Golden State's seen since they last played them, especially playing out in the West. However, third road game, 5 days. Offense in the tank. Key players injured. Brunson can't carry him. Golden State healthy. Rested, ready to go at home. I say you lay the 5.5 for Golden State, and I think they get over on New York. New York, because of Golden State's defense not being all that stellar, New York might break the 100-point mark tonight. The total in this game is 211.5. It opened up at 212. It's already dropped. And that's a sharp number. Really is. Because I look at totals actually before I even look at sides usually when I'm looking at the NBA. Because anything can happen on the side. But you're kind of getting into the point in time of the season where the numbers don't lie. You know, and if they average out, you know, this, that, and the other based on injuries and, you know, again, scheduling spots. It's a tough scheduling spot. You know, but at days in here, I think Golden State's got an 8 to 10 point win here. I really do. I was going to pull the trigger on them. As I mentioned, over at the website, we have a 7-unit totals play of the month. In the last 30 days, we've put out 3 top picks total in the NBA, and we cashed them all, a 5, a 6, and a 7. We've also cashed our last 3 cards overall. All 4-unit winners for you, including yesterday. We took Milwaukee without the Greek Freak. Still, they won 140 to 29, laying 2. Got an easy winner for you tonight. Doc Sports, free $60. Link in the description below. Upper left-hand tab of the website says free $60. Daily packages are what, $25 or $30, depending on what sport you're buying. So you get it for free. We will have an NIT/possible play-in game. There's play-in games tonight, tomorrow night, and Wednesday night for the NCAA tournament. Field of 68 narrowed down to the field of 64 by Thursday and Friday. So we'll be looking at those. In the NHL, we passed on Sunday. We had a rare two-pack on Saturday, swept it. In the NHL, we got a totals play for you tonight and a 4-unit NBA player prop for you as well. All over at DocSports.com. March Madness is here. Go get hooked up. Watch all the videos the guys are doing. And again, check out that video I did, my personal podcast, The Vegas Beat, right there on Twitter at TGeorgeSports or Facebook, Tony George Sports, to get some initial reactions and some early picks that I put out. They may end up even being premium picks right there on those podcasts, on that podcast yesterday. It's about 20 minutes long. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a great night.